Today's broadcast was brought to you in part by the sold-out Baltimore Music Awards. Let your voice be heard at the 2017 BMAs. Polls are now open for this 7th annual red carpet event honoring Baltimore. Log on to BaltimoreMusicAwards.com before December 3rd to cast your votes in all categories. Now, December 3rd is for the voting. The actual ceremony is December 5th. BaltimoreMusicAwards.com. Restoring the Village Project. Angie Smith, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Wonderful? Okay, it's all on you.
Hey, everyone. It's Angie Smith, Restoring the Village Project. I have some amazing individuals in the building today. As you see, I have a full house. Oh, my gosh. It's so exciting to know that when we talk about the village, this is the village. Different organizations pulling together to try to make a difference in the city and in our youth. And so we would like to spotlight an event that's going on and just talk about a few things that's going on in the community altogether. So with us tonight, we have Ms. Nadia Smith. We might be cousins. We might be related. But we have Nadia Smith. I met her through an amazing friend. Again, it's all about connecting those dots and making it happen. First time we talked, it was on my break. Right. And we were talking, and when I heard her just talk about her vision, I said, how can I help? And so this is why we're here today, to talk about her vision. She has an event coming up December 9th, and she wanted the support from the community. And so thank you for, one, reaching out to Restoring the Village Project, and thank you for our event sponsors. Yes. I want to acknowledge who's in the house today. We have Mr. Charles Pratt, and he's from One More, One Less mentoring program. We have Mr. Corey Witherspoon. Spoon. Seeds of Promise, and just organizations that we had also were weren't able to come here today, but I do want to emphasize. We had Community Action of Baltimore, that's Gary O'Neill, and Baltimore Brothers Inc. Building Community, that was Brother Andrew Muhammad. There are some wonderful, and then we still have some more. And even with Restoring the Village, let me just shout out Kareem Proctor. So he's on our team, and he's going to play a major part in this as well. So many, and I didn't want to leave anyone else. So many people. So I wanted to just talk to Nadia for a moment. This your vision of the Boys to Men Empowerment Seminar. Why do you think it's so important to have such a seminar as this?
Wow. Well,
and welcome.
Thank you for having me on. I feel like it's very, very needed right now. I'm just filled with excitement because I'm so happy that the sponsors were, excited, and they were, ready. They were ready to help with this. But I think that being a mother of 5 boys and being a product of Baltimore myself, I really, my heart bleeds because these boys need this. They're our future leaders, our future head of households. And whenever I see them being, singled out as a suspect to a crime, any kind of crime, yes, it just really, really hurts me. And I'm like, somebody has to do something. Yeah. Somebody has to reach out to them, even if they just hear it one time. Mm-hmm. Somebody has to say something to these boys because they need it. They need it. So I'm so grateful that these strong Black men are willing to step up and say, hey, I will talk to these
without
guys.
hesitation.
Without hesitation. I love it.
I reached out and it was just like, without a question, Angie, what do you want us to do? Mm-hmm. And so thank you, Charles, just for, again, just taking on the I don't even call it a challenge, but you knew what was needed and you were right on it. So, absolutely. And big shout out to Ron. We could not leave him out. I reached out and he was just like, we're going to have him call. So thank you so much. And Corey, it is important. What do you believe are some challenges? Just because both of you have a mentoring program, what do you think are the challenges with our young men?
The first thing is, I believe that they're not being heard. We, as adults, we kind of write them off and figure that, because we're the adults, we know what's best for them. Instead of, actually reaching out to them and finding out what their struggle is, because their struggle isn't the same struggle that we had growing up. They have a different set of like issues that they have, growing up now, with social media and, with everything else that they got to deal with, you know what I'm saying? So it's that's the main thing that we have to do. We have to not talk at them, but talk with them. Find out where they come from. Find out what what drives them. Instead of just instead of just us being like old fogies, and just not really paying them any mind, or or just writing every last one of them off as like a bad seed or whatever, just because you see how they dress or whatever. Like there's some good kids, it doesn't even, it shouldn't even matter like how they dress, unless
yes,
in
we still
certain
have
situations,
yes. When you talk about that seed, it goes to Corey. Seeds of promise.
Yeah.
So what are, now I will ask you the same question, but also what have you gained out of being a mentor? I mean, you go over and beyond with them. We have came across different events, and it's like, you want me to my mentees? He's always had, the mentees there, different events. So I applaud you for that. That's and just the name itself, Seeds of Promise. And you talk about, I guess, like I said, I don't want to say challenges as well, but also just the things that you see that are positive.
All right. This is the hardest profession that one might have. If they truly do it with all that heart, come across so many circumstances where as those like, I gotta help. You know what I mean? So the positivity in it is just like my young men. Whereas my guys, they'll speak and they'll just, just rave about me. And then when I go ahead and say, all right, let me try to go and get a weekend to myself, they call me. You hear me? They go ahead,
what I signed up for.
They call me. And so it's like a constant drive. I don't want to fail them. You understand? So, it's like, whereas though, like, I'm not that age, at all, but it's like they need me. So it's like I need them. So it's like we keep pushing each other. So that's a positivity in it. It's like the motivation. Everybody keep pushing each other towards greatness.
Absolutely. It's hard, because, with most like businesses, it's an actual product that you're selling. What we're doing, we're selling hope. That's probably one of the hardest things in the world to sell. You know what I'm saying? Because I see you butcher mentees, you know what I'm saying? So I know how the world already views them. They already have this like really negative view of them. And we're trying to tell them like, look, if you pour into them now, you're going to get that return on their investment.
We about to have an empowerment seminar right here.
Right now.
I like the fact that you spoke on earlier before we even went live, but you just said, you have to set an example for them. And so that's everything we're doing. When we leave out, and we always have to make sure that we set that example for them, working together and uplifting one another, because sometimes you can get discouraged because you may lose someone. Lose someone physically or mentally, but you're I don't want to sound this way, but we have to understand that we can't save everyone. But the ones that are able to obtain that, they're worth it. All of them are worth it. But I say that to say about saving everyone, because sometimes you can beat yourself up because you feel like you failed. But you're amazing, no matter what.
That's right.
So I know it's hard for me, because it's like, and sometimes it's like it's nothing you could have, nothing more. And we have to make sure that we pour into each other. So Restoring the Village project. The key word is project in mind, because it's an ongoing, it involves everyone, and it's not an easy fix tomorrow. It's a project in itself that is going to take everyone. So yes, I probably could have pulled the whole thing together and said only Restoring the Village, but I wanted to pull as many people in different organizations to her way. I'm not going to not send it because I was like, hey, you know, she got an event coming up. I'm saying this for a reason. You have some that will not pour into a person, invest in them, support them, sponsor them, or even be a part of it, but yet they turn around and do it themselves. Right. And it's like, it's so much more powerful when you show example and come together. Yeah. So thank you, even for allowing me to, for trusting me, for the people that were chosen. Let me just say, by the way, it's so much on demand that we are still looking for people to come in. Yes. Because we are looking forward to feeding, enriching, and our young men. Yes. I think it's so important. Just this past weekend, what was it? 2 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old. Yeah. Like, we're losing our young men. Yeah. Like, it's nothing. And so even if it's just to find that leader, if you can save him, he gonna bring his homeboys. Yeah. They're gonna want to follow. I always say Baltimore is a trendy city with popularity. You get one guy and they like, dang, we had a good time with Mr. Corey. Oh, I'm sorry, Spoon. I had a good time with Spoon. Yeah. I'm sure then you might get another person and another person. And that's how
that's really how it is at Renaissance Academy now.
I forgot. Yes.
Yes. I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out the great work that's being done at Renaissance Academy. Principal Rowe, who even came up and created this idea, Mr. Cooper, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Powell, Mr. Montgomery. They
all the misters. I like the sound.
Yeah, those are all the soldiers on the struggle. And I will say it's a struggle every day. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I'm happy that y'all so much familiar with this field, because it is a struggle every day, for real. It's a rewarding struggle, but a struggle nevertheless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just be times you're tired. You don't want to. You be like, ah. But if I don't go, it may be that one time. Saying that they need us.
Also, you was talking about murders. We this day before Thanksgiving, about 2 years ago, we lost a mentee. Ananias Jolly. So, I always try to go ahead and remember that it's, and that was an act of violence. So we know what violence can do. We know the hardship of it. We just got to go ahead and keep on empowering so we can change minds and change lives. Yeah. So there's things like this will never happen again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I believe it's very important. It's one young man that reached out to me. Probably gonna keep hearing this story because it was so encouraging. He basically came off of another young man that was just like, hey, Miss Angie, she has the answer. And when they feel like Spoon has the answer or Mr. Charles has the answer, I don't know what they call you.
They know they better call me.
They know they can say, man, that's Mom. She got you, because you've been feeding them. You've been helping them. You've been supporting them. Yeah. So they're going to always come to you on your day off and any other time like your children. But this young man was referred over from another one. And he basically just said, can you help me find another job just to keep busy, just to stay off the street? I can respect that. Yeah. And so we're working on that. But on top of that, he's now right there beside me, meaning text me, how are you this morning? How are you? And I bring him up, and I won't say his name, but he's going to be a part of this event. He's going to be a part of this event. He wants to talk to the young people. And so let's shout him out. Amonte. I try not to because I'll be putting everybody out there. So you got to give me disclaimers, But I shouted him out because this young man, he said he's 22. Hopefully I'm correct. But I would say since following, being on Facebook together, which I hardly try to stay away from getting these young people on my page, but it's positive. But I would say within the last month and a month and a half that we have been friends on Facebook, he's lost 4 of his friends.
Damn.
Wow. The last one was just yesterday. Yeah. And so I sense, I ain't gonna say I'm lurking on your page, but I sense the hurt.
We supposed to.
I know the hurt.
Yeah, we're parents. We're parents.
I'm a parent. Yes.
We're parents.
So I watch him, and I went to his church on Sunday. It's just a lot of stuff when they weren't expecting you to be there or to really step up, and you're like, you're not even, I don't even know you, And so I looked on his page, and it was just like, but he said, besides his mother and his grandmother, Miss Angie, and this is a person who it doesn't take years to be this great mentoring program.
Especially if you're genuine. They're going to see it off the rip. They're going to see it off the rip.
And I'm encouraging everyone to step up and, and just invest. Sometimes it's just helping them get a shirt or just text them. I mean, they're on their phone all the time. Yeah. Just text them, how was your day? Just to know that you care is the number one thing.
And you also got to understand that you're not going to have all the answers. And that's where, like, Restoring the Village, the project, you get with different people, different organizations. Look, I had this mentee who dealing with this, and can you help them out? Do you know any resources? And I'll be the first one to go ahead, hop on Facebook. Look, I got this going on. How can you help me? I need everybody. Let's go and band together. So, and that's the same thing. We as people, we got to go ahead and not be crabs in the barrel.
Yes.
Yes. Not go ahead and try to go ahead and hide our little secrets and nothing like that. Nah, we go ahead and band together, go and let it out so we can go and live for village.
Right.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Right.
Wait a minute, it was a snap, like I'm in poetry jam.
Yeah, and it's crazy how that's kind of rampant, even within this community of, like nonprofits and mentors and all that other stuff. It's crazy how, that same kind of mentality, creeps in, like, oh, no, you can't touch one of my resources. Like, dude, come on.
Listen,
like, come on. We all in the need. We all in the struggle.
Need to
we
work
all
together.
need to work together.
I mean, that's how like pure heart. If your work is authentic, if your work is like, I ain't gonna lie, I got cocky swag on my stuff, so I know like I really do everything I can for these youth. So like I don't mind like sharing or nothing like that because I know it's only like one seeds and what we do don't nobody else do. Right. Yes, so yeah, lift them up.
Yes. Now we're going to talk about the event for the 9th of December. There are some great topics on there, and I guess if you can just go with the flyer. Hey. So there's some great topics. Hopefully you guys pick the topic to talk. But we also, like I said, we're also looking for any additional manpower to come out to speak. Check the fly out. If there's an event if there's a topic that you would like to speak on, we're trying to have a panel for each topic. Is that correct? Right. But I'm going to let Nadia, I'm going to turn it over and just let her explain what you can expect on December 9th and just how you can get involved as well.
Sure. So, like Miss Smith said,
Angie.
Right.
I feel you.
So the event is Saturday, December 9th. It's from 9 to 1. It's going to be held at the Greater St. John Full Gospel Baptist Church. And it's at 1806 North Patterson Park Avenue. There will be light refreshments there. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a lot of the topics that boys may face, and it will give them the platform to talk about some things that they're battling with. So one of the topics is learning from the books to the streets. And that's basically about a lot of peer pressure that goes on in between school and home. Some of them want to do good in school, and some of them want to do these great things. But then you're faced with your street cred. What are you doing that for? And we want them to know that's not what their concern is. Their concern is to better themselves. So we have that as a topic. Another topic is parents just don't understand.
That's my topic.
Oh, there you go.
and that's a hot topic because there's a lot of things that's going on with the guys that their parents just can't understand. We grew up in a different era, so we don't have to face some of the things that they have to face. And a lot of the young men are being raised by single parents, single mothers. So we need to talk about that. That's something we need to talk about. Another topic is what do you know about sex? So that's a little heavier, but we're going to talk about it because we have a lot of things going on in the city that the kids don't know about. We need to talk about safe sex. We need to talk about abstinence. We need to talk about that. As parents, we don't always get to talk about that because some of the kids aren't open about that. So let's put it out there. What do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? And then the last one is these streets don't love you. And that's a hard one. That's a hard topic and it's deep because some of the kids want to be from the streets. They want that street credibility, but they don't know what it comes with. They don't know the consequences. And we want to put that out there. We want to put the prices of, being in the streets out there to let them know, look, you can go the right way or you can go the wrong way. And there's consequences. Yes. So we're going to talk about all of that, and we'll have some amazing guest speakers to take on these topics.
Say word.
That's right.
So I'm very excited. Did we say that it's free?
It's free.
Did you say that?
Y'all hear that? It's free.
Did you say that?
It is free. It is open to all young men, but if you have a young girl that wants to come, I'm not gonna turn her away. We need to put this out there for all the young people.
Yes. Yeah. So I am excited about December 9th, just because, just as Charles said in the beginning, giving them a voice, giving them a platform to say what they want, how they want to say it, respectfully, of course. But I'm saying that there are some things that they will not say to their parents, to their mother, or that they don't even have that parent there to speak to them. Right. I mean, there's just so many barriers.
And it's judgment free. And that's the big thing.
Yes. We do want to put that out there. It's a judgment free zone. Feel free to talk about anything that
when they honestly know that and pure to that, true to that, they're gonna talk. They're gonna talk.
A lot of them want to make sure or know that they have trust, and the trust has been broken a long time ago. It could have been from as adolescent, and most of them. I mean, I'm sorry. Did you have the age? It was 12 to 19, correct?
12 to 19.
12 to 19. So some of that could have been prior to 12. I mean, it's just
trauma.
It's so much. Yes, that's what I'm trying to get at. It's so much. So to actually open up to strangers, we got to be honest about that. But you're giving them an opportunity to speak and know that they can trust what we're saying. So I really acknowledge just that, and I'm actually excited because I had someone say they couldn't do the 9th. That's why I sent her a message, was like, get ready for the next one.
I am ready.
So someone was just telling me in my inbox, and they were, and I won't say people names. I definitely don't go by the streets, snitching. I'm telling. But this young man said that he was not available on December 9th, but he wants to help at the next one.
That's fine.
That's right.
And I was excited because I said, girlfriend, I don't know how you felt, but I'm telling you right now, I'm the pusher. I'm going to say you're going to do it.
Yes,
and I'm hoping that 2018 is going to be some amazing things. We're at a alarming high crime and homicide, and so not to say that we're going to aim and say we're not going to have any more, but what can we do ongoing? And we don't want. I don't like, and that goes for marches. I don't care what it is. I don't like anything that's just a one time, a form. I want follow up. I want the next one. So I like that you went straight in with the action. I am encouraging you. This is on the air for the first time, but I'm encouraging you to continue that.
I will.
And hopefully, either everyone will continue to help support you, or or just bringing different ones, whatever it is, that's your vision, is God giving you. We support you. And so, and it's needed. And this young man, he's excited about it. And so when you get someone to actually own something, and it doesn't mean like pulling away from what you're doing. I mean, you giving a topic, you're giving them an opportunity to speak how they can. And I tell him all the time, like I said, young man, like you're going to be the one that's going to really reach your generation.
Right.
Not to say that none of us are powerless, but they need their peers.
Yeah.
They need their peers to say, look, whatever they say, yo, homie, whatever I don't care how they come at them at this moment. Grab them.
I can't
get them. Get them.
That's right.
So that's like that's respect.
Dummy.
That's respect. I'm trying to tell you, like whatever you gotta do. I mean, of course, positive way of doing it, but whatever that we have to do to grab them, we gotta do it.
Yeah.
And we gotta be serious. I tell people all the time, not for no photo album, not for to get a word out.
Right.
Get in there and be dedicated. It's like a mentoring program. You can't just be there and then you gotta be dedicated.
It's that consistency that they crave. They may not never tell you that they want that consistency from you, but you know what I'm saying? It's all about how they respond to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Like, you know, like for our boys or whatever, our boys.
And I want y'all to speak about your program.
Yeah, like our program, you know, we Saturday mornings, like we're up early and these kids will walk from their home to our program.
And which area or
we're in the Belmont area, like over west. Yeah, so you know that area is
Have you all met?
No, that's all.
But that's my man. We're a team now. We're a team.
This is real. This is it.
So
Boys
you know,
empowerment
and you know, and
This is what makes my
so it's about, you know, like I said, it's about that consistency. You know, if they see that you're being consistent, they're going to be consistent. And so they're going to continue to come. You may still have some challenges within that situation, you know, just because, I mean, they're growing, they're dealing with, you know, different emotions that they, you know, sometimes they don't know how to really get rid of them or express them in the right way. But, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you know, that they come and that you can work with them. You know
even their hurt and their pain, they don't know how to deal with.
Like,
what did you just say? PTSD, that thing is real.
You don't have to go to Afghanistan to get it.
Y'all ain't asking me, I'm raising my hand.
Yes.
I have
Any
it.
kind of trauma.
Yes. So I lost my husband, and it's a trauma to know that he's been I say passed, but he died. And that's one of the things we have to be honest. It's not, we learned this in a little thing. Passing away, you know, going on, sleeping.
Yeah.
You have to really call it what it is. He died. Mm-hmm. He was murdered. And when you get there, that means you have a closure. Mm-hmm. And it's not to say I will never forget, but that pushes me. It pushes me because he was young. So when I see little Monte or Jaleel and they're 22, 23, that was his age when he died, you know, when he got stabbed. And so to me, I feel like I got to help, you know, and I have to make sure that we know that we are consistent. So with Restoring a Village, it has been such an amazing journey thus far because people see Angie is like on skates 24/7. 24/7. So I was a little late today, but I was coming from Douglas at the Youth March funding. Please, if you are, now we're talking about the youth, please know that there's funding out there. Yeah. Go to City Hall or do the follow-up. Councilman Z-Cone has all the information to get connected to get funds.
We need that.
Yeah.
Don't even have to have a nonprofit is what he's telling me. So and it's just
why
like
I made this event totally free.
Yes.
Totally free. Just come out.
I'm trying to, it's so much stuff out there. And that's part of what we're trying to do. We're trying to just bridge that. I am everywhere. I go to City Hall. I'm holding people accountable. I'm getting in trouble. But I said at the end of the day, I'm doing it for my people. I ain't doing it to get nowhere, no recognition, whatever is going to help our community and our city. And so I'm going to let you speak about your program because, again, you're doing some amazing things. As I was going, I just off of work. As I'm going, he pulls up, beep, beep, beep. I was like, what is this? But you had your mentees in the car, and it's amazing.
Y'all gonna meet my
they'll be coming on the second half. Sorry.
Y'all gonna meet my young man, but Renaissance Academy Seeds of Promise. We do some big work, and that's 7 days a week. Yeah, you can laugh about that because it's serious. But 7 days a week, 24/7, like on call. All the mentees have our numbers. They reach out to us like whenever they in something. Like it'd be something trivial. It could be something like dire, like, you know, lights are out, they need help, you know. So, you know, first thing I hit up my colleagues, I hit up everybody, like, look, we need to get this kid's lights back on. What we got to do? Could be a student getting hurt. I'm rushing to the hospital, dropping everything for real. So, like, you know, it's that intensive mentoring, whereas though it go way beyond just like, you know, I just want to go and do something, feel good once a month, you know, or I just want to go
lifestyle.
I want a grandstand for the cameras and everything like that, for real. Like this type of stuff.
We all know there's somebody out there that do that.
It's gritty. It's gritty. It's raw. It's something that, you know, is like it should be done. But I understand that everybody just can't do that. Just go ahead and put their life aside for like teens, right? But you know, the beauty in it, right, was that the teens, they keen, they observant. Case in point, right? So check this out. So I was having trouble this week with one of my teens, right? And so, you know, I went to the office, and the teen who gave me so much trouble said, "Man, I want to get out of Spoon Group." You know, he goes in the office, right, and he says, "Hey, I think you should go ahead and listen to Spoon. He the best mentor in this building." And I'm saying like, oh, shorty, you want to leave my group, shorty? Like, what's all this about? And he was like, "I made a mistake." You hear me? My man said he made a mistake, and you know, it's growth. You know, and that's growth. You see it, it's pure. And this is a teen, whereas though you know he's 17 now, so he's getting ready to graduate from high school, so he's seeing the world a little bit different. So you know what I mean, like teaching them and like how to accept love, that's hard. So they're gonna rebel against love early. Like, oh, I ain't never seen this before. You don't want nothing. You don't want anything. You don't want any money, anything like that. You just want to go ahead and show me love. You want to open up your heart to me. You want to open up your pockets to me. You don't want anything. So that's like kind of like crazy to them. It's like, you know, but at the same time, you know, the hindsight, the retrospect, when you see that they have that reflection onto another young freshman, and you look at them, and you're like, bro,
man, that is a great.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that domino effect. You have to understand. Just don't go in feeling like all 100 of the students that's in there I'm going to get. Right.
But
if you start hitting them and getting them, they're going to follow. Like you said, it's going to be a domino effect. I've seen it.
It's just, like I said, it's being genuine and being consistent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll see it. Like you said, it may not be like a complete 180. You know what I'm saying? But if you can get them to pause, you know what I'm saying, before they make a bad decision, you know, even if they still make that bad decision, the fact that they paused, it shows that, you know, you've done something. Like I love to see.
Because that's like even a parent. I mean, and let's just speak on Nadia, because you said you have 5 sons.
What's your whole bill look like, mama?
And they are amazing.
And you know what? I don't have a problem out of any of them. I will say that 2 of them are outside of our home. They live with their mom. So that's my husband's other 2. But we love them all the same. And I don't have a problem out of any of them. Let me tell you, my 20-year-old is working 2 jobs right now, doing amazing things. My 17-year-old, he is about to turn 18, about to graduate. He's working, out of trouble. Nothing going on with him. The 13 and 11-year-old, they're both in school, making good grades, and the 5-year-old, he's watching all of this go down. So I'm telling you, it's a domino effect. Like you said, the 20-year-old shows the other ones how to carry themselves. And my husband, I have to give a shout out to him. I have to. I mean, they are looking at him as the example. You know, no one does everything right, but he tells them when they're wrong. He tells them, like, look, I did this when I was your age, and I don't want y'all to do that. I don't want you to have to go through what I went through. You know, and I appreciate him for that. So,
and I think the key is communication.
It is.
Because I talk to my daughter, and I mean, of course I ain't gonna say everything like we best of friends, but I don't sugarcoat anything.
That's
I tell
right.
her these are the mistakes.
That's right.
You know, and you want to make sure. Like right now, my daughter is 18, and the oldest one. Y'all see the babies too.
Right.
What was I thinking?
She's 18 too.
You got boys, and I got the girls. They sassy. But she attends Bowie, and of course, her father was murdered, and yet she could take any road, you know, and a wonderful young girl, you know. And so she sits there, and of course she has a little boyfriend. Come on, uncles. But she's so respectful, and she's doing some amazing thing, and she still communicates with her mother. Nothing.
Right.
I'm not gonna say she's gonna tell me everything, but I'm saying there are some things that she didn't have to tell me that I knew. You know, because
you did a good job. And you're doing a good job. That's why.
Thank you. So I wanted to just say before we take a break or not, but the call-in number, I love to hear some questions. If you wanted to call in, the number is 404-436-1277. Have any questions for any of the organizer or the event sponsors? You know, call in. Again, the number is 404-436-1277. We have a lot of things going on in Baltimore City that we see in the news, bad murders, killings. Yeah. But what I'm showing today and what I know for a fact is that there's a lot of organizations out there putting in the work. Absolutely. So thank you all. Thank you, even the ones that are not here, but they will be there December 9th. You're doing some amazing work. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
No, I was out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. So I guess we can all kind of just do it, but I'm on Restoring the Village Project is the Facebook page, and on Instagram is RTV Project 1. Hopefully also that you all are watching us going live. It is radioonfire.com.
Awesome. One less mentoring. I'm Charles Pratt. Our founder is Ron Beezer. You can find us on Facebook, One Less Mentoring. Also, you can reach out to our website, www.omolmentoring.org. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. We're everywhere. If you can find us, you can find us.
Yes.
Right. You know.
Corey Spoon Witherspoon, Seeds of Promise, our creator, Miss Rowe, also our founder, so many titles, but Mr. Cooper. All right, and that Seeds of Promise. Y'all know where we at. Renaissance Academy. You know, if y'all have any high school teens struggling who need direction, whereas though they nowhere to turn, everybody else close their doors on them, we got them. We'll take care of them. We'll go ahead and get them to transition into adulthood.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful. Well, I'm Nadia Smith, mother of 5. My original organization is the Feed the Hungry Project, but I saw a need and I wanted to partner with my my friend Gary O'Neill, Community Action of Baltimore. Yeah, Gary is doing amazing things. So he's like, whatever you're going to do, I will back you up.
Nice.
So he's going to be one of the speakers. You can find him on Facebook, Gary O'Neill Jr., or you can go onto the Community Action of Baltimore page, and he's there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's Gary with 2 R's.
That's right.
2 R's. I know.
So we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have some of the Seeds of Promise. Seeds.